11th Hour Audio presents Creature Feature of the Month with your master of frights, Owen McEwen.
Greetings, listeners, and thank you for joining us at the 11th hour. If you want to survive a horror story, there are two things you should never be: friends with underage, horny inebriates, and anywhere near an archaeologist or their research. In the horror realm, curiosity is often the driving force behind the carnage and the mayhem that ensues, and almost no one is more unreservedly inquisitive than the archaeologist. From mummies to child-possessing demons, archaeologists have unleashed enough horrors into our imagination to make Pandora seem circumspect. So, in celebration of all that archaeologists have resurrected for us, we're digging deep into the repository and brushing the dust from an old favorite from the Aural Stage Studio's Dialed In series, Ancient Evil. When an ancient Xipe curse is released in the university's Archaeology Lab, Ryan, an overworked grad student, and his scatterbrained advisor must contain it to prevent an apocalyptic outbreak on campus. That sure beats the pep rally. Sounds like a busy weekend.
Hello?
Dr. Miller? Hello, it's Ryan.
Hello, Ryan. Are you finished cataloguing the artifacts from Mound 4 already?
No, sir. We just started 2 hours ago, and there are around 30 crates here.
Well, you've got help, haven't you? That shouldn't take too long.
Right, well, that's why I'm calling.
You know, my first year of grad school, I spent a week labeling thousands of figurines by hand. I still don't have full use of my index finger.
Well, you know those undergrads you sent down to the lab?
Josh and Hannah.
Jake and Heather.
Jake and Heather. Oh, right. Yes. Look, between us, I stopped being able to tell them apart once the university started packing them all into those lecture halls like cattle, hundreds at a time, each waiting to be branded. What about them? Did you brief them on proper handling techniques?
You said you briefed them.
I did? Oh, well, then maybe I did. Did I ever tell you about the time that my father lost me in the psychiatric ward where he had a residency?
I don't think so.
Apparently, they were looking for me for hours. I was playing chess with Mr. Bernstein the whole time. Mr. Bernstein was diagnosed with Munchausen syndrome, but he taught me everything I know about chess. And goiters.
Dr. Miller...
And then there was this nudist who taught me everything I know about
sir,
space travel in a balloon.
I don't mean to interrupt, but I think we have a problem.
A problem? Really?
You know that effigy we excavated from the Robbers' Trench? The Xipe Todic piece?
Yes! Yes, what a wonderful specimen. I don't think I've encountered an intact Xipe figurine in all of my 54 years. I once uncovered a Huehuecoyotl statue at Tlacaporn. But then there was this coyote and his big brother, and they all wanted to drink...
It's Jake.
Who?
Jake, one of the undergrads. He was photographing the Xipe statue. Something happened.
What's wrong with the statue?
The statue is fine, as far as I can tell. But it's glowing, and Jake is sick.
What do you mean sick?
Well, he's all rashy, and there are these abscesses forming in his skin.
Well, is he allergic to peanuts?
What?
Peanuts. All these kids are allergic to peanuts nowadays. Ask him if he's allergic to peanuts.
Are you allergic to peanuts?
No. You know, only tree nuts.
He's only allergic to tree nuts.
Oh, well, in that case, he must be suffering from a Xipe curse.
Wait, did you say curse?
Curse? Yes, a curse.
But curses aren't real, are they?
Well, of course they are. Where did you get such a naive idea?
Then how come I've never heard of a single legitimately documented case involving a curse?
Well, if we told everyone about it, then they'd all want to be archaeologists. Besides, how do you think I got tenure?
I don't know, through uncompromising academic research, publication, and positive student reviews?
Guys, I'm really not feeling
Oh, my dear boy, have you ever read some of the student reviews I get?
Sir, about the effigy.
Yes. Did the young man bleed or sneeze on it?
Did you bleed or sneeze on the statue?
No.
He licked it.
He did what?
No, I
He
didn't
licked it.
bleed on it.
I told him not to, but he said that's
course
how
not.
you tell what it's made of.
It's made of stone. You don't need to lick an ancient stone statue to find out it's made of stone.
It's not like I licked it.
Dr. Miller, he licked it.
Oh, my. Well, that's unfortunate.
Sir, the lights are flickering in and out, and there's a strange rumbling sound.
Yes. Is Haley still there with you?
Heather? Yeah, she's here. Why?
Right, Ryan. Here's what you need to do. Do you remember those obsidian blades from Tenayuka?
Yeah.
Well, you'll need those in some sort of vessel. But not those exquisite Teotihuacan frauds. I can't wait to take those to the next meeting and pass them up as pre-Columbian funeral vessels. Try the coffee pot.
Sir, the blades aren't in box 192B in the lab. I put them in 192B, and now they're not in 192B. I spent 3 days sorting the collection from Tenayuka, and now they're not there.
Oh, yes, that's right. They're in my office. Yes. I was proving to Josh that the grey obsidian holds its edge longer than his green obsidian. Although in retrospect, I probably should have used another test subject. I've run out of bandages.
Sir!
Look in my desk. It's probably somewhere in there. Yeah.
Okay, I've got the blades and the coffee pot. Now what?
Yes, and now this may be a little tricky. You're going to need to sacrifice Hannah.
Heather! Wait, what?
I know, but look at it this way. Either we sacrifice one virgin or we watch a plague of oozing skin disorders spread throughout the campus.
How's it any different than usual?
Oh, well, eventually these walking rash mutants will go mad and start skinning themselves. Imagine the smell, young man.
Wait, did you say virgin?
Yes, a virgin. Now's no time to get ethical, Ryan. We have to stop this thing.
Heather, aren't you in a sorority?
I'm a psycho.
Yes, sir, there's no way that Heather's a virgin.
Oh, don't be absurd, man. What about that asinine windbag from the museum?
Who, Garth?
Oh, yes, that's him. Where's he?
He's in his 30s.
So?
He's married. He has 2 children. They were at the department picnic.
Oh, good gracious. Do you mean to tell me that not only did someone actually sleep with that idiot, but he was allowed to reproduce?
Dr. Miller,
This is
Jake
just
is...
like that undead uprising in Cholula. You'd think that you'd be able to find a virgin to flay in a Catholic village. No, we had to shoot arrows through the region's only Olympic hopeful. He was the closest thing to a warrior we could find, and let me tell you, that was my last heart extraction. It's just so messed up.
Dr. Miller! Jake just killed Heather! Oh no, he's... What are you doing? Jake, stop! No!
Brian, what's going on? For God's sake, don't knock anything over. I just got those microscopes calibrated.
I'm back. I'm sorry, Dr. Miller. I couldn't stop him. I think he just dragged her off to the back room.
Oh, damn. Now where are we going to get a virgin?
What should I do?
Oh, never mind. They'll send us more work-study students. You'd be amazed how many of those we go through.
She may still be alive.
Oh, I hope not. It's better if she's dead before he skins her.
Skins her?
Well, of course. What did you think a Xipe-possessed man was going to do? Honestly, Ryan, don't you read any of the material I give you?
Hey, I just finished those 2 French theorists you told me to read.
You actually read them? Oh, I was kidding. You're a very literal person, aren't you?
What do I do about Heather?
Oh, forget her. Harriet is history. Maybe she was a virgin after all. What is the statue doing?
I don't know. It's kind of slowly pulsating.
Oh, that damn trollop. Listen, Ryan, thanks to
Heather.
and her promiscuous ways, we've now got an even bigger problem on our hands.
Bigger? What do you mean bigger?
Well, I mean that thing has now got a taste of blood. But it only really wants virgin blood, and it'll go through every person in its path till it finds one.
Dr. Miller! It's coming! What do I do? What do I do? What do I do?
Relax, Brian, relax. You've just got to get a hold of yourself. Now, how are you ever going to make it as an archaeologist if you panic every time someone releases some ancient malevolent entity?
It's coming right towards me. Oh, man. It's wearing Heather.
Oh, forget about Hillary. Look, you don't have anything to worry about. It's after virgins now. We just have to make sure that
I'm
it's...
a virgin.
Good God, man, what are you saying?
Well, I mean, look, I don't get out much, and I mean, I'm here
Well, what
all
about the
time,
conference
yeah,
last month? That place was teeming with women. How a whole discipline is teeming with women.
The conference. The one that you were scheduled to deliver a paper at? The paper you didn't write. The paper that I stayed up all night the night before in the hotel room writing and then delivered for you the next day because you were too hungover to make it. That conference?
I wondered where you were all night. I got a lot of positive feedback on that paper.
Sir, focus. Please. The thing in Jake's body wearing Heather's skin is still here.
Right, yes. Okay, go back into my office. Do you know the large spear-shaped rattle hanging over my desk?
Yeah.
Get it, and while you're back there, grab the bottle of scotch from my desk.
Okay. All right, I've got them. Now what?
Drink the scotch.
Drink the scotch? Why?
Well, I thought you might need it. I know I do. Now, do you know how to do the Macarena?
The dance? What are you talking about?
Well, pay attention. The Macarena, do you know it?
Yeah, I know of it.
Well, my dear boy, the Macarena is a powerful anti-ancient demon ritual conveniently packaged as a modern-day mating dance. Dr. Sangil thought of that. He figured it would keep the spirits out of the nightclubs.
Never mind. I think I wanted to kill and skin me.
Nonsense. Just get that rattle and start shaking your backside. Now, put me on speakerphone.
Dr. Miller? Mm-hmm. I don't think it's working. I feel really stupid.
Shake it, boy. Shake it like your life depends on it.
Dr. Miller? I think it worked. It stopped moving.
Well, of course it worked.
Sir, what do I do about Jake and Heather?
Oh, I don't know. Just drag them down to the anatomy lab and leave them with the forensics professor. Just leave a note saying they're from me and she'll take care of them.
Okay.
So, how soon do you think you'll have the rest of those artifacts catalogued?
Huh?
You know, there's a fabulous Talalic vessel in one of those crates. Just make sure there aren't any children around you when you open that one.
I'm switching major.
You've been listening to Dialed In, Ancient Evil, written by Monique Boudreau. Starring David Alt as Dr. Miller, Mike Rasiopa as Ryan, Nat Angstrom as Jake, and Amy Lewis as Heather. Ancient Evil was directed by Samantha Mason. Sound design by Mike D. Almeida, featuring music by Peter Von Riet. Theme music and editing by Matthew Boudreau. Next episode is Shooting the Bull by Perry Whittle.
Spring has sprung, which is great until you remember allergies. allergy season, which is also blowing through 30 tissues an hour season, or sneezing 8 times in a row season. This spring, Walgreens makes it easy to get allergy relief fast, with pickup in as little as 30 minutes and delivery in as little as 1 hour. Because if it's allergy season, it's Walgreens season.
This week, select Claritin Allergy Relief tablets are $19.99. Use as directed. Offer valid through April 23rd with My Walgreens. Restrictions apply on offer and pickup and delivery. See walgreens.com for details.